start on the ground with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson looking to throw right away. And his throw is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks at 7-5 now in the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest. We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And down inside the 15 he goes. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Smith now to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen...
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson looking deep for Julio. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt! Check! Alert! Ready?
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Geno now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
18
Throwing now is Geno. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Out for the PAT, here's Johnson. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
One of the best in the NFL in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't match the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Geno. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Out of the gun, Walker with it, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Off of play action. Here's Smith. He completes this to Walker. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 score. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
This is intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bless on Austin. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Go, Reed, go! Hey, let's go!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on second down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now an option play on second down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Jackson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Man open, here is Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Jackson will keep it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. He'll buy some time right. And he will not get away. He sacks back around the 3-yard line. Tony Field in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Jackson now. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Jackson to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. From the 30 on 2nd down, Smith. And Walker has it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a draw play. It's Walker. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Check smash. Hey, smash Bronco.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And going right back to Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 70 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Here we go, back.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Ready, go.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output